Hi gang, so a little late to my own party. This is my entry for my Wargaming Life monthly challenge for March and April. Yes, I know, it's the end of May. Like I say, a little bit late to my own party. So this is my Glorious Leader entry. So as you can probably see, these aren't the models I originally put up to do for this challenge. These two chaps are from the Assault Group miniature range. They specialise in the Burma campaign. This is a free officer figure that I got with orders, which is really nice. So I used him as my lieutenant, second lieutenant, whatever the mood takes me. This is one of the Warlord ones. I'm actually going to substitute this guy out and make a little radio set backpack and use him for my Batman for my forward observer for artillery, and I've got another crouching figure that'll go in there as well. All the officers for the Gurkha regiments and battalions were obviously British Caucasians, so I used the shadow, the Panzer Aces range on that with a bit of Ungor flesh from Citadel, just to give that yellowy look to being hot and bothered, and a bit of sun on them. As you can see, the Assault Group figures do match in quite well with the Warlord ones. So I even gave the officer a 5 o'clock shadow, and I think you can see that from there. It came alright. It was a little bit heavy on this side, but you know, his right profile's better. So that's my Glorious Leader entry. And then I've got my April team entry. So here I've got two teams. I've got my sniper team. This was actually from the Warlord, the Vickers machine gun team, but he's got some binoculars, so I used him. If you can see that, he's holding some binoculars. So I used him as a spotter for the sniper. Plus they've got the camouflage hats. I had to make the sniper telescope. What's it called? Yeah, I can't think of the word now. Telescope sights for that one. Bit of brass wire and some green stuff. And then this is the 2-inch platoon mortar. These are the Warlord Games ones. These are originally Chindit ones, but you know, you swap the heads around and they become Gurkhas. So that's a couple of the teams, and then the Gurkha's machine gun. I went to town a bit on this one. I'm not sure, I've gone a bit overkill, let me know. So it's got sandbags, bit of tree from the back garden. You can see on there, but he's got a grenade and his rifle at hands just in case they're assaulted. The rear of it. So I swapped out that chap with the binoculars and put in this chap. He's enthusiastically pointing the way. I don't know if you can see this, a bit of titillation, if I get my hands out of the way. But down there, on the sandbags, and to the left of on the floor there, I chopped up little bits of brass wire, a spent cartridge. So time will tell whether or not this will be wargameable. It will break my heart if I drop this on the floor, but it will be my own fault. So those are my entries, and I've still got a mortar team to go, but those are my entries for March and April. And yeah, I've got some other things to do, but I'll keep those posted up as I go along. I don't normally like showing stuff off until I've actually fully completed it, you know, based and varnished. But I've started on these things and I'm really pleased with myself, or as Super Chip would say, really chuffed. I'm beside myself with how happy these have come out. It's the first time I've used an airbrush before, and these paints. It took me, you know, a good day and a half to do up to this stage, but I want to show you these. This is the M3 Lee tank and the Indian pattern armoured car, which was the Indian version of the Bren carrier, made by the railway companies, factories in India. So I will show you these. So this is a Blitzkrieg model. I'll try and get this to focus. I've had a little bit of practice, but I'm not sure how this is going to go. There we go. So I had to paint on these symbols because you can't get them. Plus this is for 254 Tank Brigade, Indian Tank Brigade. This is going to be the 3rd Carabiniers. Their arms of service isn't the normal one, it's red over yellow, so I had to paint that on. Also their 254 Brigade symbol I had to paint, division symbol painted on, and the weight marker, the little yellow dot there, because I didn't have any 28s, so I had to paint that on, and trying to do 28 in a little yellow dot was a pain, so I even did the rear as well. So this was using Tamiya SCC13, so it was, no, Tamiya don't have a paint now, you have to do a mix. It's a Mike Starmer mix from, you find off the internet, SCC13 Jungle Green, mix with Tamiya, so I sprayed that on and then highlighted it with French Tank Crew. Modulated, which is the first time I've done that with an airbrush, and yeah, it was actually, I'm really pleased with it. It looks come out really neat. I might have over modulated this one a bit, so it's changed the colour a bit, but once it's had a wash, these need a varnish, decals put on that I have got, a wash and then weathering, of course. Bit of a shame to weather them. This is from B Company, or B Squadron, beg your pardon, and there's the names beginning with the letters of their squadron. I've named this one Ben after my grandson Benedict. There was absolutely no way I was going to paint Benedict on there, so it's Ben for short. Yes, the stars and that 23 on there do look really badly hand painted, but that is the point, because actually in real life they were hand painted on, they were really large and they were really badly drawn, so that is a bit of genuine history being painted on there. So yeah, like I say, the turret's separate because it can be removed. I actually put a magnet, drilled and glued a magnet in there. So I'm waiting for the B squadron circles to come in. I haven't got any of those, so I'm waiting for those at the moment. So this is magnetised, which is really wargamey, so I can take it off and stick on the hit markers. Not that I'm planning to have many hit markers on it. And this one is I think it's Mad Bob. It's a resin one. You gonna focus for me? Go on, you can do it. Bear with. There we go. So again, in the SCC13, these shovels and packs, these are all extras I got from a Warlord, sets and different models there. Again, divisional marking you can't get, so I painted it on. That is supposed to be a black cat for 17th Indian Division. No particular reason. Come on. So it's almost a shame to cover these up with, Again, it's modulated. I like the modulated for wargamers. So yeah, it's almost a shame to weather it, but you know, needs must. So these need a gloss varnish, so I can actually game with them while I'm waiting for the stickers. And for the Indian pattern carrier, I made a. So again, this doesn't come with the model, but basically it's a bit of brass tubing, a bent staple, and a Bren gun that was off a spare weapon sprue you get from Warlord, which is actually a really useful thing to have if you're doing a British Army. There's a plastic sprue that's got all these bits and pieces. It's got 2-inch mortar, a spare mortar ammo case, other packs and ammo cases and stuff like that, so pistols and grenades and binoculars. So yeah, it's been quite a useful thing to have. So yeah, so that'll be my recce vehicle, but you can use it for. So you managed to see around the set. Oh, the magic's spoilt now. So yeah, so I will show you the game once I've got the rest of the decals on and it's weathered up. And well, that's it for the moment, guys, and I'll catch you all later. Almost forgot, the Indian pattern carrier is a recce vehicle, and the recce version, you get two versions, the recce version and a transport version. Now the recce version had a boys anti-tank rifle in the front, and of course I say nothing, you don't get anything extra with the vehicle. So what I've done, I've taken a Chindit boys anti rifle, which was a prone chap. It was originally lying down like that. So what I've done is cut him in half. His legs will sit down there at the bottom, and then I put a bit of plastic card on his back to look at the back seat, the chair rest, and then he will sit kind of like that in the vehicle. I mean, the legs will be a little bit more angled, but once he's scrunched up underneath the cockpit of the driver's well of the pattern carrier, you won't be able to tell. So that's how I'm going to get around that. And then as a driver, I've just got one of the Warlord British drivers, and yeah, so that's good. I've got those to do, but they can wait. The priority is just getting the vehicle on the table. Alright then, now that is it. Laters.